So I hope now your confusion that we get all the options of multiple choice questions in the passage has been fully cleared. There are many people who ask me that, ma'am, do you read the options as well while finding your answers of MCQs either in listening or reading? When I know what to read, I do not get confused with the options. If you will read more, you will get confused and you will end up marking the incorrect option. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be talking about multiple choice questions of reading. If you consider multiple choice questions one of the toughest sort of questions, then you actually have misconception about them. Why? Because you don't know the 5 steps approach. If you master this 5-step approach, I guarantee you can master your multiple choice questions as well. So without any further ado, let's break down this 5 steps approach. First of all, as I keep saying, in every sort of questions that you have to mark at least 3 keywords until or unless you find any major keyword there related to name, place or time factor. Okay, so the same stuff I will be following in these type of questions as well. First of all, I will mark 3 keywords. After marking 3 keywords, you remember what we do? We follow reverse hunting approach, right? Hunting will be telling you about the exact location of the answer of your questions. After that comes one of the important aspect of multiple choice question. It means what to read. As I keep emphasizing the importance of what to read in your Ielts reading, here as well in your multiple choice question, what to read plays an important role. Read 1 or 2 sentences associated with the keywords. I am not saying before the keywords or after the keywords, mind it. What I'm saying, in multiple choice questions, you have to read 1 or 2 sentences associated with the keywords. It means the sentences that contain those 3 keywords, they should be read by you. Nothing more than that. Alright, after reading those sentences that contain those keywords, I will be matching it. In case I get failed in matching my option, then what I will do, I will rely upon the elimination method. And mind it, in multiple choice sort of questions, we will have to follow 2 types of elimination method. First, we will eliminate on the behalf of the contrasting information. And second, keywords. Alright, so I hope you have understood the 5 steps approach. Let's get into the practical aspect of this 5 steps approach. Okay, let's switch to the passage. Today's reading passage I am taking from Ielts Academic Readings for Exam Practice Volume 2 by Dr. Kiran Preet Kaur Makar. For practicing, you should have more and more material, not only related to Cambridge, but also from different sorts of things like Mcqs and all that. It will help you to apply the tricks which you learn in different types of the reading passages, and you will become perfect in finding your correct answer plus managing your time as well. According to the rule, what I will do, mark 3 keywords, right? I will mark 3 keywords. Okay, so fine. The example of the fruitless fall, that is a main keyword, right? Underline the writer's point about. Okay, so these are unnecessary sort of things, right? So here my main keywords are example plus fruitless fall. Very main keyword, fruitless fall. Okay, next comes the second step. I will have to find the location by reverse finding. Let's take the reference of the passage. Here, fruitless fall, right? That was the keyword, fruitless fall. This is the passage, and let's find out where we will get fruitless fall. Reverse finding, fruitless fall, not reverse finding here. Alright, I have got it. Now comes the most important aspect. the most important aspect is what to read in these sort of questions. As I told you earlier, you have to read 1 or 2 sentences associated with the keywords and mind it. Just read those sentences only which contain that keywords. If you will read more, you will get confused and you will end up marking the incorrect option. Just give your mind the limited choice, and then your multiple choice questions will be intact, will be right, will be accurate. Oh, here, if I read it, Russell Carson warned of a fruitless fall that could result from the disappearance of the pollinators. Have you got this stuff? That's it. When I know what to read, I do not get confused with the options and I can easily follow the elimination method as well and the matching method as well. Okay, and that's the power of knowing what to read in reading. Now, on the behalf of this sentence, we will either match or eliminate that stuff. Okay, first of all, first option, needs for using pesticides. Is he talking about pesticides in that sentence? Pesticides? Nowhere at all. And see how simple it is to eliminate when you know what to read. Impacts of losing insect pollinator. Impact of losing insect pollinator. And you know, this has been paraphrased in that particular sentence. In that very sentence, you see it here that he's giving us a warning that could result from the disappearance of insect pollinator. Insect pollinators are given as it is. As I keep saying you, one or two keywords will be the intact in the passage as they are visible in their question. All right, so insect pollinator is clearly visible there without being changed or paraphrased. After the disappearance, what do you mean by disappearance? Losing. Result means impact. Have you got this one? So that was the method when I knew the synonyms that yes, my answer is B. What if I don't know the synonyms? Then again, I will eliminate the stuff. Are they talking about vulnerabilities there? And mind you, they will be talking about the vulnerabilities anywhere in the passage, but at least they are not talking about in that particular sentence where we got our fruitless fall. I hope you got it. So eliminated. After that, benefit in building more pollination. Nowhere they are talking about the industries in that very sentence where we found our fruitless fall. And that's it. I hope you got the gist of MCQs now. Just focus upon what to read and either eliminate or match with the options. Okay, now let's get into the second question. What was my first step? Mark 3 keywords, right? So I'm going to mark 3 keywords. There are many people who ask me that, ma'am, do you read the options as well while finding your answers of MCQs, either in listening or reading? And if I tell you the truth, I never read the options while focusing or while finding the location of my answers, whether it is my listening or reading. Because when I read the options, I get confused and my mind can process a single information in a particular aspect of time. In the options, what I will do, I will just focus upon 3 keywords. Honeybees, adapt, modern agricultural system. That is the main keyword, modern agricultural system, right? The modern agricultural system. Where did I find modern agricultural system? Modern agriculture system. Reverse finding. Okay, I got it here. And then comes again the most important aspect of these questions, what to read, right? You will be reading only either this sentence that is associated with the keyword, this one, or the next one, not more than that. All right. So now, what do you want to read first? The sentence or the options? Let's go with the sentence. Let's go with the sentence first. But it wasn't just familiarity that determined this choice. The beehives can be closed up and moved out of the way when pesticides are applied to the field. Although when I know what to read now, I easily get my answer. And when I read the more, I get confused the more. Let's rely upon either matching or elimination stuff. Honeybees can pollinate more crops efficiently. Honeybees can pollinate more crops efficiently. Are they talking about here? At least not in this sentence. Have you got it? They're not talking about here. They must be talking about it. I warn you, they must be talking about it, but not exactly, at least in that particular sentence where we are finding our answer. So, eliminated, at least not in that sentence. Honeybees can pollinate. No. The bees are semi-domesticated since ancient times. Now let me give you an example. Yes, they will be talking about that, that these are the semi-domesticated since the ancient times. And you end up marking it. But why this is incorrect? Because your keyword lies in that sentence, and that is why your answer also lies in that sentence. You don't have to read before that particular sentence or after that particular sentence. That is why these are called multiple choice question. Choice. So just focus upon what to read. Okay, have you got that? So in that very sentence, they are not at all talking about semi-domesticated. That is why it is eliminated. Okay, so yes, the bees are semi-domesticated since ancient time. Eliminated. Beehives, honeybee hives can be protected from the pesticides. And if you remember, that particular sentence contains this information, that honeybee hives can be closed and moved out of the way when pesticides are applied, as it is. So that is why this is my answer. After that, the ability of wild pollinators using to serve crops declines. Again, I mind you that these options will be given, but where they will not be given, in that very sentence that contains the major keywords of our question. That's it. So again, in that sentence, of course, I don't have to waste my time, and that is why it is eliminated. So my answer is C. Then comes the next question. The writer mentions factories and assembly lines to illustrate. Again, mark 3 keywords, right? Factories and assembly lines. Factories and assembly lines. So, majority of the times your answers are actually in sequence. So, factories and assembly lines. Just read it. Reverse hunting. What was that? Factory and assembly line, right? Okay, I got it here. Factory and assembly line. Okay, now again focus upon what to read. Only this sentence I will be talking about. Okay, I will read that sentence. Now you are going to help me. What is the answer? One drawback of the industrialized agricultural system. Okay. Low cost in modern agriculture. The role of honeybees in pollination. What a high yield of industrial agriculture. Let's read it carefully now. But the system is also vulnerable because making a farm field into the photosynthetic equivalent of a factory and pollination into a series of continent-long assembly lines also leaches out some of the resilience characteristics of natural ecosystem. They might be talking about any negative impact, right? Are you getting my point? Okay. See, how did I get to know that they are talking about any negative point? But this system is also vulnerable. It means this word told me that they are talking about any negative aspect. And that is why if I have to be speedy up and I have to be the smartest one, I will just mark it up and I will never try to eliminate the stuff. But what if I want to reassure that whether my answer is right or wrong, then I will apply the elimination method. Low cost in modern agriculture. Okay, but as I told you earlier that yes, they will be talking about the more options and when they are talking about factory floor and assembly lines, they are just telling me one drawback. Leaches out is also kind of हटाना, extract करना, दूर करना and all. It means resilience characteristics of our ecosystem. It is marring our ecosystem. It is affecting our ecosystem negatively. So that's it. I will eliminate on the behalf of the information which is available in that very sentence. So in that particular sentence, low cost is not given. The role of honeybees is not given. High yield of industrial agriculture is not given. It is given in the passage, but it is not given in that very sentence. That is the gist of multiple choice question. So I hope now your confusion that we get all the options of multiple choice questions in the passage has been fully cleared. So drop a heart or thank in the comment section. And before I go, let's try this method in one last question. Okay, so in the 6th paragraph, examiner is so generous, he has given me the location. Winfrey's experiment proves that. This proof is the main keyword. Plus, yes, he has given me the location. Now, let's find first passage, second passage, third, fourth, fifth, and this is our 6th passage. In this passage, is he talking about, Winfrey's proved? Winfrey's might be doing many things in this passage, but where we will have to focus when he proves something. Remember this thing. In certain places, natives, here it is. Winfrey recently led a team that looked at pollination of 4 summer crops. Okay, Winfrey's team identified, visited this and all. Main keyword is proved. Okay, in another study focusing upon watermelon, calculated, proved, claimed. Okay, native bees alone could provide sufficient pollination at the 90% of 23 farms studied. By contrast, honeybees alone could provide pollination. And that's the power of knowing what to read again. I will have to read upon only this aspect. So that is the importance of marking 3 keywords in the question. Okay, so clearly he's talking about the native bees, by contrast honeybees. Now let's read. Honeybees can pollinate various crops. He actually did talk about it, but not in that very sentence that contains the information about the proofs aspect. There are many types of wild bees as pollinators. Yes, he talked about the types in the passage, but not in the sentence, right? Mind it. Wild bees can increase the yield to a higher percentage. Wild bees work more efficiently as a pollinator than honeybees in certain cases. So I hope your answer is this one clear. See, here here he's talking that his colleagues found that native bees help in 90%, and they are talking about honeybees in their contribution of 78%. So I hope that is a clear cut comparison. And that's it. Our answer is D. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and comment. Have a nice time until I see you in my next video.